All right, here we go. We're going to do a mic check, Make sure y'all can hear me. All right, so sounds like we're good. We're starting off with FTR versus Angels. Now, this is the Bridge Play Softball League playoffs has begun today, August 2nd. We're here out in Pelham Bay on Saturday, and it's a beautiful day actually to play, but the fields, as you can see, don't look the best with all the rain that we've had this week. So the Bridge Play Softball League has tried to remedy that situation as much as possible, and Abe were able to be out here and play. So FTR versus the Angels. It is a wild card game, 1-game elimination. And starting out for FTR, we have Matt. And Matt took one for the team there. Well, I don't know. Took one for the Angels, I guess. Matt, that's a K in the book. Sorry. And now we have Ian, the second batter. And a soft grounder to third base to first, and that's going to be an out. That's 2 outs for FTR. 2 outs. And here we have... Oh, they called it a foul. Oh, I was very lost there as I was doing the book. My apologies. That is not 2 outs. That is 1 out, and he has got a base hit. So I am doing the book at the same time as I'm narrating. First time I ever do this officially. So bear with me today. All right, so it's 1 out, and that was a foul on Ian. I don't know what I was thinking. I need to get my coffee. Anyway, we're starting off wrong here. Here's Ant. And fun fact, Ant is Ian's father. And something important to mention for the Angels, the pitcher is Jay. The pitcher for today, starting out, is Jay. And a soft pop-up over to the second baseman. So that's going to be an out. All right, let me get myself together here. I'm going to try to read the comments later throughout the day when we get some viewers on with us. All right, don't judge me too much. I have not had my coffee. I was here very early. All right, here we go with Sammy with a grounder. Gets past the shortstop, Javi. Wow. And now FTR is going to have, it has runners on first and second. 2 outs for FTR. Good, good. And here we have Happy the lefty. I don't have positions on the lineups, but we'll try to figure that out. And the umpire calls that a strike. And a fly ball over to third base, and that's going to be an out. So I'm learning my books. That's an F5, and that's 3 outs. All right. All right, so again, folks, sorry, I'm just gathering myself. This is playoffs. So FTR versus the Angels right now, right? They have, FTR is the last seed, and the Angels, let me just get that correct information. Make sure I know what I'm talking about. All right, so how it goes is we have, this is the wild card round, right? Single elimination. We have FTR, who's the number 10 seed, versus Angels, the number 7 seed. Angels is home because they have the better record. Now, if FTR loses, if FTR wins, they face Roadrunners, which is the number 1 seed. If the Angels win it, they face the number 2 seed, which is Hood Stars. So Hood Stars and Roadrunners will be waiting in the cut to see who they're going to play right after this. And then on the other side, we have Rep City, the number 8 seed, versus BX Exotics, the number 9 seed. And winner plays either Roadrunners or Hood Stars, depending on the outcome of FTR versus Angels. So opening round series, we do have some best of 3 going on as well. We have No Fear, the number 3 seed, versus Waymakers, the number 6 seed going on. And then we also have BX Royals, the number 5 seed, versus the number 4 seed, Boricua. So there's a lot going on right now. All right, so here we go for the Angels. Leading off is Arab, my favorite player on the Angels. Hands down, a great leadoff and a really great outfielder. So Arab is one of my favorite players on the Angels. And remember, this is just the bottom of the bottom of the first. And no runs in for FTR. And now the Angels are up. I'm going to get it together, people, after I drink my coffee. I'm going to try to... Hey! All right, here we go. Oh, he smokes one out to the outfield, but that's going to be foul ball. So Arab does get another foul, another chance. He gets another life. And the pitcher for FTR is none other than Josh, the lefty. And a hard fly ball out to the left fielder. And that's going to be an out. Let's go. So 1 out. I like the catcher here for FTR, really pumping them up, asking his team how many outs. He wants to make sure that they're aware this is playoffs. So everything is on the line for both teams. Whoever loses literally goes home today. And here we have Chino. And every time I commentate for this league, I always say the same thing. Chino sticks with the plan. He always almost gets an out, and he didn't stick to the plan. Chino usually hits up the middle.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So I'm learning, F8. So we got 2 outs here for the Angels. And a ground over to the shortstop. Shortstop with the backhand, but then loses it a bit. And the shortstop there is Jimmy for FTR. And I'm noticing here FTR is missing a key player on their team, who's usually here. They're missing a very key player to their program, which is Izzy. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. And this is Chiling, I believe, should be. Oh no, this is Fernandez. Oh, and it goes into the gap, into that no man's land, and Chino's gonna advance. Is he gonna take third? I mean, home? He's not. Yeah, I cannot. I need to get some coffee like ASAP. Hold on a second. I'm all over the place. That was Raylan. And the runner for Chiling is at third. All right. Okay. So here we have Javi. Yep. Now we're good. Sheesh, bear with me, people. I'm not a professional. This is always practice for me. Yep. Javi takes a strike there. Javi, the veteran, one of my favorite players on any team. And a soft grounder to third base, third to first. And that's going to be the third out. And the Angels could not score there. So nothing in for the Angels. So zip zip, and we're going into the second inning.
Yo, check my time card. Another day at the desk. Stacks of papers high, boss always on my neck. But when that clock.
All right, so here we have Debo for FTR. Here's the pitch. And a high fly ball out to the right center fielder. So that's an out. And here we have Scuba Steve.
You got a 2-2 count.
2-2 count. And a hard hit down the third base line. Scuba Steve gets up, starts it off for FTR.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And here we have Josh, the lefty, who's also the pitcher. The pitcher for FTR. And well, I wouldn't say it's a fun fact, but FTR has no wins this season. So this would mean a whole lot to them. They have no wins and only one tie. So, and a soft kind of grounder over to the second baseman. So, so 2 outs for FTR. And here we have Ray. All right, let's see. And that's going to be an F2 in the book. So 3 outs for FTR. FTR could not put any on the board. And now the Angels are up.
Ranks 5, I'm already gone. Got my cleats in the trunk, jersey that I throw on. From the cubicle prison to the field where I'm living. 9 to 5 surviving, 6 to 9 I'm winning. You see me typing emails, man, that ain't the real me. Wait till you see me sliding, batting nearly 3 fix. From 9 to 5, I'm just getting by. From 6 to 9, I'm feeling alive. Hey yo, you blind? That pitch was way outside. But it's all good. Next one, I'm gonna let it ride. Remember when you mocked me, said I couldn't swing? Now watch me clear these bases, make that aluminum sing. Monday through Friday, yeah, I pay my dues. But on these Bronx diamonds, I can't lose. Trading spreadsheets for stat sheets, dress shoes for dirt, league champion material. Put that on your work shirt.
All right, here we go. We got SK. We got SK leading off for the Angels, bottom of the second inning. Zip, zip still. Nothing on the board for both.
2. Go 2.
All right, here's the pitch. And he smokes a line drive in between the third baseman and the shortstop. And SK starting it up for the Angels here. And here we have Matt. Hi. How are you? Hi. Rep City and BX Exotics. Yeah, we don't know who y'all gonna play. It depends. That's what we're trying to find. Yeah. I don't think you should even set up yet because you don't know. Anything could happen. It's zip zip right now.
No Buzzy.
Those are the other teams coming in. They're showing up already. The Roadrunners and Hood Stars eagerly awaiting their opponents. Oh, wow. When he hit it right past the first baseman down the line. And are they going to score on that? Oh, they held him. They held him there.
Excuse me. Lady Chance, do you know what field you playing on?
You're gonna play whoever. It depends on who wins, and then I think you guys. It could be field 2 or this one, either or. So I would just hang out and see who. Yeah, I would just hang out. All right, so sorry about that. Hi. Sorry about that, folks. All right, so here we have JR. Are they going to score? And they are.
So automatically on the other side.
I don't know. I think it depends on who wins. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think so. I think I should just hang out until.
Right, because it's still early.
You making me miss what's happening? What just happened? Now you gotta tell me. That was Matt that scored. Everyone's talking to me and I'm missing it. All right. So two on the board for the Angels. We have Kevin. No, this is Ray. Kevin is on base. And that's 2 outs. So 2 outs. And we have Ronnie up. So 2 outs for the Angels. But the damage has been done to, wow, line drive out to the right side. And now the Angels have runners on first and second. The Angels trying to figure out who's up. Ronnie's their last batter, so it should be the top with A-Rab. I know I have to update the score. That'll be coming. I'm having some tech issues, which is another reason why I'm a little slow with the narration here, with the commentating. But you know, we always start off funky the first game, and then after that, the day gets better. Fly ball out to the right center fielder, and that's going to be an out. So that's an F9. All right. 2.
But it's happy Christmas, then yes.
That's what I was telling you. We don't move. Let's not get on. All right, so it's down 2. So get it done. Get it done. Love it. Thank you, bro.
Hey, guys,
9 to 5, I'm just getting by. From 6 to 9.
All right, so here we have Jimmy, the shortstop. Probably one of the guys with the best attitude, honestly. Never seen him really upset. And Jimmy, the shortstop, up for FTR, looking to start something up because the Angels have caused some damage in that second inning with 2 runs in. And Wow. A hard line drive. And the shortstop, Javi, proving he's got a little hop there.
You're okay. You're okay.
And here we have Lowe's. Big Lowe's, like it says on the back of his jersey. And here's the pitch. Oh, foul tip. He must keep it fair now. Lowe's. And foul ball, and the batter is out. So 2 outs for the FTR. And let's see who's on with us, if anyone. Oh, we've got, yeah, make your comments. I'm going to try to read the comments as I go. Shout out to Christina. Let's go FTR, she says. Grounder over to third. Did they get him? They got him.
To all my office workers turned ballpark warriors, trading water cooler talk for dugout stories. We ain't kids no more, but when that ball takes flight, age don't matter when you're playing under lights. See that accounts guy, he's our cleanup hitter. That quiet receptionist, the fastest base stealer. Different lives by day, but here we're all the same. Weekend warriors with one goal, win this game. Close now, cause this story's about pride. How a bunch of grown folks keep that child inside. Ain't about the trophies, though we got a few. It's about respect earning, yeah, we paid our dues. Some call it silly, playing a children's game, but they don't understand, can't explain the feeling when you're up. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, full count, everything on the line. From 9 to 5, I'm just getting by.
All right, here we go. Here we go, bottom 2. Angels looking to widen that lead. With Chino starting out with a F. With the F9. And again, I apologize if you hear me writing out the numbers. I am, for the first time, doing the scorebook and narrating. And Chiling with a nice hit into the gapper. They could not get to the outfielders, and that's going to be a base hit for Chiling. FTR Angels with 1 out. Chiling starting it off for them. Let's see what Raylan could do. Ray, who shares my last name, by the way, Fernandez. It's a big last name. Hello. This is the 3rd inning. Angels scored 2 here. 3rd inning. A hard hit. Oh, wow. What a catch by the right fielder. And Chiling tags up. Wow. Chiling tags up. And now we have Javi Chiling advancing there. Javi with a grounder over to the shortstop. The shortstop fumbles it a little bit. And Javi with a hit there. And Chiling safe at third. And we have SK. And SK before had a line drive between third and short, and he does it again right into that gapper. Another line drive for SK and a RBI. Wow. And here we have Matt. Now, we've got runners on first and second, and now the lefty, Matt, is up. And the score is 3-0. 3-0. And a fly ball out to the right fielder.
Oh, yeah, you're the lady from the football thing.
All right, so I don't know, my remote scoring for me to do it from my phone, it's not working, so I have to get up every inning and update the score. So it won't be like as it happens because I have to get up in the middle of the transmission. So
from 6 to 9, I'm feeling alive. One more time. From 9 to 5, I'm just getting by. From 6 to 9, I'm feeling alive. Yeah.
Let's go, E. Let's go, baby.
all right, here we go. We have Ian leading off for FTR here in the top of the fourth inning. And a ground over to third base. Chiling drops it, and Ian is going to make it safe. And here we have Ant up. So Ian at first for FTR. Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. What was that? So 3 balls, 1 strike. Full count here for Ant, who is the EH. And a fly ball out to the left side there, but the left fielder got it. And here we have Sammy. And a hard fly ball out to the right center fielder. So that is 2 outs. And here is Happy, the lefty, for FTR. Hey, how are you? And Happy with a fly ball out, and that's going to be an out. That was a fly ball to the left center fielder. So that's 3 outs just like that for FTR. FTR needs to turn it up a little bit, maybe get some more energy here. They need a little more energy. I feel like their energy is a little down, so FTR needs to pump it up. Angels' energy is pretty good here. Seems promising. So now behind me, a lot's going on. We've got the Hood Stars and Roadrunners kind of coming in, trying to figure out who they're going to play. But they won't know until this game is over, since this is an elimination game. And whoever wins from these two go on to play either Hood Stars or Roadrunners in a best of 3. So this is a long day for these guys, a long road ahead for whoever wins this game.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Hi, CJ. How you doing?
Just speak in the mic, see?
You look good, CJ. I like. Yeah. You look good. I haven't seen you in your outfits. CJ, the commissioner for EMS, who, by the way, has the Sunday Fall Softball League, starts September 7th. League fees $550. He does both modified and co-ed teams. So if you have a team, please come out and give CJ a shout for EMS. All right. Sorry, lots going on. What did he do? Junior, what did you do? I know, but where? All right, so Angels starting out hot. And again, this team, once they get to hitting, they just don't stop. So Kevin there with a nice base hit. And now we have Ray up and runners on first and second. And Ray here is the second baseman for the Angels. Also one of my favorite players. I like his character. Hard hit over to third base, but Scuba Steve said, not on my watch. So that's 1 out for the Angels. They still have runners on first and second. And we have Ronnie up, who is a hitting machine. And it gets past the short, well, it was hit up the middle, and he throws it. I don't know where. Who was that? Was that Los? I can't see from here. But he threw the ball. I really don't know to whom. That was crazy.
What you have there before that throw? What you have first and one?
First and second.
First and second.
Oh wait, there's a little discussion about whether the run comes in, I'm assuming, because the chief umpire, Bomba, asked where the runners were, first and second. So I think he has to go to third, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so that score, and I put it in as he scored. So he's really supposed to be at third. So that run does not score. So what's his name over here? Kevin? No, not Javi. The runner at third. Kevin? Wait. And we have Chino. That's fell in the gap, and that run comes in. Bomba. So do you have 6? Bomba 6? Okay. I need to. Six. Yeah. All right, 6 runs. Let me update the score. Sorry about that. 6 and 7. I have 6 runs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 runs. And all right, now we move on to the top of the 5th. All right, we're starting out the 5th inning with Debo. Let's see what can Debo do here. I've said it before, Debo might hate me after this, but he can either smoke one out or he pops up. A foul tip there on Debo. He might hate me after this, but it's just something that I have observed over a couple of weeks of watching him play. And that's an out. 1 out for FTR. The Angels with a 6-zip lead. And here we have Scuba Steve, the third baseman. Third baseman for FTR. And here's the pitch. And a line drive out to the left side there. So FTR starting out hot, got a runner on first. And FTR is really looking to score here. And that's going to be an out. So 2 outs for FTR. And now we have Ray, who is the catcher for FTR. And here's the pitch. High ball. And a fly ball right to the pitcher. So that's 3 outs for FTR. And just to give a little shout out to La Silla Caliente TV, they're on every Monday live via all the channels and YouTube. And here's a song that we're gonna debut here, giving them a little shout out.
Atención, el que no ve esto se queda frío. Todos los lunes prende la tele. ¡Bomba Capitol en la casa! Esto es la Silla Caliente TV. Manny Chicago con la data. La Rosy, cerebro criminal del softball. Billy Biaggi, sin pelo en la lengua. ¡Fuego! Silla Caliente está en fuego. Falla, falla. Todo el mundo conectado, no se apague ese flyer. Falla, falla, falla. Con los chismes de weekend y todo lo que no sabe. Falla, falla, falla. Desde ligas a torneos, lo mejor del show entero. Falla, falla, falla. El softball en su punto, esto es puro veneno.
All right. All right, so the Angels with a 6-zip lead, 6 runs. I mean, I can't keep saying it. Like, I like close games. The Angels are putting in the work. They want to stay in it. FTR struggling to just get a run in. But we have a lot of softball left. Well, not that much, but it's the bottom of the 5th. And we go up to 7 innings. So FTR does have about 2 more chances to get runs on the board. So
cámara que esto se pone picante. Bomba capital con la voz importante. Entrevista cruda, nunca elegante. Si hay controversia, la suelta al instante. Manny Chicago directo y sin corte. La estatua de Liberty no hay quien lo soporte. Opinión fuerte, él nunca se esconde. Dice la verdad aunque el mundo se alborote. Y viene el arroz y cerebro del juego. Analiza los plays siempre con fuego. Estratega de mente siempre en movimiento. Lo que no ves tú ya lo vio en el viento. Billy Biaggi, ey, sin filtro en la lengua. Te lo dicen tu cara aunque tú tengas prendas. Si mentiste en el taco, fallaste en el juego. Te prenden vivo y no te da relevo. Falla, falla, falla. Todo el mundo conectado, no se apague ese flyer. Falla, falla, falla. Con los chismes de weekend y todo lo que no sabe. Falla, falla, falla. Desde ligas a torneos, lo mejor del show entero. Falla, falla, falla. El softball en su...
no, what was it? I'm gonna just put Izzy. I know who it is. I'm not even gonna try.
ISAAC. Most people write ISSAC.
Yeah. Who's this? Let's see. This is Raylan starting it up for the Angels. I think the game on the other side is over. Oh, what a catch by the right fielder there. Wow, what a catch. Bottom 5. Rep City is the 8th seed. You heard, Bomba? 8. Rep City is the 8th seed. And here we have Javi. Grounder over to the second baseman, which is now Scuba Steve. Who won over there? Rep City won. Breaking news, the other side. It was Rep City versus BX Exotics, and Rep City has beat BX Exotics in the elimination game. So BX Exotics goes home and Rep City stays on to continue the battle. And a fly ball out to the... Hey, congrats. Congrats. All right, Javi's at first. And here we have Matt, the lefty. And the Angels have 2 outs. And let's see if Matt... Oh, hard hit. Hard hit right in front of the left center fielder. And we have Junior, who is the EH or DH. They have him here as the DH for the Angels. So breaking news, Rep City stays on. And a grounder. Oh, the shortstop can't get to it. And Javi's going to score there. The Angels put another one on the board.
Yeah, I'm going to go over there.
And that is 2 RBIs for Junior. He's done a phenomenal job bringing them in for the Angels. So now we have Kevin, and the score is now 7. Fly ball, but the pitcher's got it. Okay, now this is the top of the 6th inning, and the score is 7-0. Hi, you finally made it. They needed you.
La Sila Caliente TV, el programa que le mete fuego al softball. Lunes tras lunes el fuego se prende, no hay quien le gane a la Sila Caliente. El softball se habla aquí sin miedo, tú sabes ya. Falla, 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 falla.
people. So now, so now they play. Rep City now plays. I gotta look at the. All right. So we are starting out with Jimmy for FTR. Now, like I said earlier, FTR has 2 more chances here to bat. This is the top of the 6th. And that's going to be a strike. And a soft grounder to third base. Third baseman, he fumbles it.
How are we doing, Rosie?
Hi, who's the? Oh, good. That was from el otro equipo de allí. Okay.
Yeah, lineup card here.
I gotta check. I'll check in a minute. All right, so here's Lowe's. There's 1 out for FTR. And a grounder over to third base. Third base to second. Second throws the ball away. Let's see. A ground over to the shortstop. The shortstop loses it. A bomba's 1 out, right? Yeah. And here is Ian. Sorry, I was having technical difficulties. I keep apologizing, but I have technical difficulties, so I'm here by myself. I'm trying to do the book. I'm remote scoring. Trying to find out what's going on in the other fields so I can give you guys the news. So bear with me. This is a top 6. 7. A hard, wow, what a rip out to the outfield there. Line drive. They're going to be aggressive and they're going to try to get it. And FTR puts one on the board. An RBI for Ian. FTR puts one on the board. This is exciting. The score is now, I'll tell you right now, 1, 2, 3, 7-1. And here we have Ant. And that's going to be an out. Looks like a little chopper over to third base.
Y'all call timeout. Y'all got to keep the play. A tu primo. ¿Ese de marca?
Little controversy going on here. Wait, so what, Bomba? Bomba, what? So it's 2 outs. And we have Sammy. Hard grounder over to the shortstop. Shortstop to first. And that's going to be... And now that is the 3rd out. All right. So FTR puts one on the board. It is now 7-1. Bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th. So apparently Rep City plays, they're also waiting to see the determination of the results of this game, this elimination game. And the score is 7-1, bottom of the 6th. 7-1, I have 7-1. Oh, hard hit over. Oh, the shortstop tries it. A hard hit by Ray there. And now we have Ronnie up for the Angels. Ronnie Ramirez. And again, folks, it's the bottom of the 6th. This is playoffs of the wild card elimination game. So everything, it's either win or go home here. And a little fly ball in no man's gap. And you know what? That's a hit in the book. Doesn't matter how hard or soft it was. So that's a hit. And runners advance for the Angels from first to second. And now we go back to the top of the order for the Angels. Arab, the leadoff hitter for the Angels, has not had a very good game in terms of offense. Defensively, he's been great, but offensively, he has struggled today. So let's see what Arab can do. So I have a note here, Rep City versus Roadrunners. I was thinking something different, but you are probably correct. I will verify that. Because I have something different, but it could be Rep City versus Roadrunners. We'll see. And wow, double play by FTR there. Double play. Double play there, smart by, I believe that was Izzy, the third baseman. So now we have Chino. Now Chino, if Chino sticks to the plan, like I always tell him, if he hits it up the middle, he's always going to get a hit. But when Chino tries to do something fancy, it's always an out. So let's see what he can do. He's going to the right side, and wow, what an almost catch, if that counts. Angels scores there. That was an almost catch. He hit it rather short to the right side, and the right fielder was playing him over to the center. Grounder over to short. And he's safe. Well, Bomba, did 2 runs come in there? I have Arab. Yes, 1 run came in. So it's 8-1. And that's going to be an out. Look, I think I made a boo-boo here. He came in. So it should be 8. Yeah, but you know what?
This nigga's coming is cool. I'm so coming.
8 up. 8-1, right? 8-1. Let me update the score there. All right, folks, this is it. This is the top of the 7th. This is the last chance for FTR to make some noise here. They did get to put 1 on the board, but right now, this game is in Angels' favor. Angels only need to get 3 outs, and FTR has to put up a really hard fight here to advance. So let's see what FTR can do. They're going to lead off. They lead off with Happy. And let's see what Happy has done today. Nope, he's had 2 flyouts. So hopefully he's due. Another fly ball out to the right center fielder. So that's 1 out already for FTR. And now we have Debo. And let's see what Debo has done. I don't know. He's had 2. Hard hit. And Debo gets a hit there. I almost jinxed him. Glad he didn't hear me. Now we have Scuba Steve, who's now playing second. He was originally playing third, but Izzy, one of their key players, finally showed up, and they made some changes. So Izzy's at third. But I don't know if Izzy got here a little too late after all this damage was done to help his team. So Scuba Steve is up. And yes, I think it'll be Rep City versus Roadrunners on the other side. And on this side, it would be the winner of this team because, you know, I've gotten in trouble before for predicting games before they end. So I will just, you know, stay neutral with that. They would play Hood Stars on this side. Next week, obviously, the commentating will change depending on the results for today. Shout out for Josh, the pitcher. And he is safe. Wow, FTR putting up a fight here. Wow, FTR starting a little rally here. And now they have Izzy in. They're one of their key players. Oh, right on the line there, but that's a foul. Can I go broadcast the Roadrunner game? You know what? I've already set up here, so I cannot. But next week, depending on the results, yeah, we're going to change things up. Grounds are over to third base. And there. So this is over. That is game. The game is over. Now the Angels have won it. The Angels now play the Hood Stars. And so that'll be a very good game. So we'll be right back. The other side will be Rep City versus Roadrunners. I'd like to get a couple of words from FTR because they had a long road. So hold on, I'm going to take the phone with me. Bear with me. All right, here we go. Let me talk to the... Let's do this live. Hold on. Hey, no cursing. I want to talk to the FTR guys. FTR, how do you feel about the season? I mean, listen. Anyone want to give me some words? They had a long season. Do you want to say it? No, how was the league? How did you guys find the league?
It's decent overall. You know,
it was a rough road for you all.
Not even a rough road. When you play this game, man, sometimes you beat yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong. I'm satisfied with the team I'm on.
Okay, good.
We got good players, and we got next season to come back and improve. Every year we getting better and better.
Yeah, exactly. Attitude don't change, man. We here, we hungry. You know, this is just another year that we got to learn from our mistakes, get better, and be together again, be a unit, be a stronger unit.
I ended like this. Rome wasn't built in one day. So.
That's right. Pito, any words?
I'm with it.
Pito, any words?
Okay, it
What
was a
did you
good
think
game.
of, your
Good
team
game.
You know, your team was battling it out every week.
Yeah, we do that.
after
We do that. We fight and stuff, but I have too much talent for me to be losing like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's too much. I have too much talent to be losing like how we losing, and especially with the season we had.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's my third season. I know, and I admit, yes, I am still a baby. I'm still learning about
You're
this.
still
You
a
know.
baby in this game.
Yes, to this I am.
He's a football
and,
guy.
and I'm a football person. I'm coming from football, coming over. This is my third year. You know, and I'm happy with what my team is what we doing. I'm proud, but it hurts sometimes when you're too proud.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
So you've learned some lessons here.
yes,
All right, that's
yes.
good.
You
That's
know,
a positive
yes,
thing.
yeah,
Learning lessons. You paid tuition.
and like I said, Michael Jordan didn't win his first 3 years. It took him almost 6 years to win his 7 years to win his first
That's a
chip.
black sport.
So you know what I mean?
We're gonna cut that.
Yeah, definitely. You have a good one. You always make this up. That was a
Let's
joke.
see. He said that was a joke. All right, so let me get a couple of words from Angels who are going to face off Hood Stars immediately after. Who wants to give me some words? Javi, come over here. Javi, the manager for the Angels. How do you feel today? You're going to have to long road to the top, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a long road, but if we, limit the errors and we get clutch hitting, I think we can, make a nice playoff push.
How are you all feeling right now? You got energy for the next couple of games?
I think we better have the energy, we've been playing all year for this, so we better have the energy. Absolutely.
What did you think of the league so far this year? Competitive?
Yeah, very competitive. Our guys are,
Decided to show up.
pretty much, it's a competitive league and it's against good players, definitely.
All right, great. Thank you. Looking forward to a good series here. All right, you all heard it from the managers of both sides, and now we will be setting up to see Hood Stars versus the Angels. Stay tuned.